Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 38 of the Le Mans Odyssey. It's technically just a day away from February, but I wanted to give you the February update now because, as you can see in the league table, it is a very precarious situation. Fifth position is where we currently sit, but after this episode, I'm going to play Montpellier and see how we do. We are right in a sandwich there. Lyon are just 3 points behind us, and we're just 3 points behind Montpellier. So hopefully we can get the job done against Montpellier. It's going to be very tough because the last time we played them, they were in the time of their lives, and we were fatigued after a disappointing European match, and they thrashed us. So hopefully we can manage fatigue better this time because we've had a very busy schedule as we have a lot of work to do. So as you can see, I think I stopped roughly around here. I think PSG, that was our last game that I mentioned. A shocking result against Monaco. It was typical of the game that your ex-players would rise to the occasion, and they thrashed us with Sanogo getting the goal. They're just too good for us. So terrible result. I was very disappointed. Evian, it was another one of those games. We were 2-0 down, but we turned it around just about in like the second half. And we got one goal in the first half. So that was that. Another typical Le Mans. 1-1 against Lille, not too bad. But they scored the late goal. We were the much better team in the first half, but we let them come in the second. So it could have been better, could have been worse. And then we lost to Lyon yet again. A very poor result after taking the lead. They injured Quita briefly, but Bafétimbi Gomis was too good. Like he's in the best form. He's been in for a long time, so he was too good. But then we played Lorient, and we again gave away too much. We gave too much away to them. They scored, even though they had very few chances, and then we had to work our backsides off to equalise. It's very typical of them all. We can dominate games. We always have to let our opponents in, and just give them a chance. And then, thank goodness for this one, it was another example. We took the lead, gave it away courtesy of a penalty, but Akengi Kang and Amrani got us the 2 extra goals that we needed. But then this was amazing by Le Mans. Absolutely jaw-dropping stuff. We played a 4-3-2-1 tactic with central midfield paving the way, and it completely humiliated PSG. They had no response to us, and Sully Montari and Abdel Hakim Amrani just dominated from midfield, and they just had no chance. It was a perfect performance, and it's one that I wish the team could do a bit more often. But as you can see, we had our winter break. We just played the one friendly there. Plenty of goals all around. Then we had our cup. We returned to the French Cup after that stupid glitch or whatever it was that took us out for 2 years. We played Stade Plabenecois, who are in the third tier, and we just about beat them 3-1. It wasn't an easy game, I'm afraid. They had a few decent chances, but we kind of wasted a lot of our chances, so that's why it wasn't so easy. Then unfortunately we had our international break, and we came back very weak against Toulouse. They beat us 1-0, but it was our same tactic, the triangle in the midfield, and it completely failed this time. So I have to use it a bit sparingly, even though they missed a penalty. It just wasn't our day, and we deserved to lose. Sochaux, another tough game. We had some casualties for our injury table, but we got the crucial goal thanks to Siebe Shivers, who is hopefully going to have a second half of the season to remember. He's had very little to contribute in the league. He's probably going to be our main man in the cups, hopefully, and I'll forgive him a bad season if he can help us get to the cup quarterfinals at least. And then last but not least, we had another one of those games against Stade Reims. We're cruising in the lead, dominating. Then we completely left the right flank open, conceded a goal, scored again, conceded again, and then we had to, fight and fight and fight. And Fode Quita showed what he was made of and got a brace to secure the victory. So very difficult February and March. We have a cup game against Lyon. which if they do play a good team, I'll consider live coming it. It is the round of 16, that one. So if we win that, we've every chance of getting to the semi-finals, I should say. So massive implications if we lose that one. And so it's a very busy schedule. Just to bear that in mind, we've got Wednesday games, Saturday, Wednesday, Sunday, Wednesday, and then probably another Wednesday. So we're in a sticky pickle. But if we look at the Champions League and Europa League for a moment, Champions League, we can see that there are no Russian teams in the last 16. So that means Marseille have a chance to improve French coefficients just that little bit more, and hopefully they can hang on in there. But Paris Saint-Germain were relegated to the Europa League round of 32, where they'll play Zaragoza, and as well as that, we will have, who else is French? We've got Toulouse at home there against Aston Villa, and Saint-Etienne will play Bologna. So hopefully we can do better than those Russian teams and get our coefficients up, because I don't want to have to rely on the cup if we falter in the league to, you know, get into the next round. Some things to mention in our own team. Kalidou Koulibaly, our key man this season, has been out for the last 4 weeks. So he's been one of the highest ranked players all season, so it'll be huge when he comes back. We've really got no cover in defence apart from our youths. Franck Simonin, who was pretty good, and then Gary Nizigi Gamana. Yeah, I failed that one. But yeah, they have the potential to be great for us, but I'm not too confident in them yet. So it's going to be very tough having fit defenders, because Junior Ntame was suspended in a reserves match, so I have to be careful with his fitness. And Ibsen is going to retire. Ibsen is going to retire at the end of the season. He's been a good servant in the short term for us, and I'm, happy with his contribution. But the finances are terrible yet again. We're into the red, and I can't do anything about the contracts expiring, like Delad, Gurnt, like who else is going to expire? So Ntame is going to expire. Delad, the goalkeeper, the young guy who always moans but has the potential to be good, I can't really sign him back unless I find some money, and that's about it. Like most players I do want to get rid of, but in terms of the goals, we have been struggling in the goals department. Top scorer is Shebe Shivers on the basis of the cups. Cisse on 5, Quita on 5, Delad, Gurnt, Omani, Harrison, and then the rest of the guys are on 1. So we've had terrible issues with goal scoring this season, and it's very fortunate that we have improved ever so slightly in our defence, but not by much, because we always seem to concede. We're very lackadaisical when we're trying to gain the lead or have the lead, which I wish I could sort out. Last requests. Suppose let's just look at Ligue 2. So you can see very close campaign in that league. Look at that, my God. 6 points between 11th and 1st. What the heck is going on in that league? That is incredible. I feel sorry for Strasbourg if they didn't come up, because they're just brand new to that league anyway. So that's pretty much all I need to say. We'll just hopefully get through that Lyon match away. It's another stupid away draw. I don't like those. But yeah, actually I need to mention our crowds, because of that's our problem. So we need to look at team and average attendance by capacity percent. See, less than half. That is completely outrageous, and we're the lowest on average for all season. So I just don't get it. We need to be competing for the top 6 every season now, or try and get the cup run going, and yet our fans just don't respond. I just don't understand why they don't want to come to our games, because we put exciting football out week in, week out, whereas boring teams like Saint-Etienne can get good crowds. Nice are a bit bland, so they're not great. There have been a few managers getting sacked, such as Saint-Etienne, so hopefully they've changed their tactic. And Toulouse sacked their manager. Sochaux sacked their manager, etc. So I signed a new contract while I was away in the last episode. I only asked for a minimal raise. You can see just down here on the left hand side of the screen, I've asked for 6,000 per week until 2022. So my job should still be safe, but it's just a matter of what happens next. If we get to the cup final, great. If we don't, I'll be gutted, but it'll just mean more time to try and get a top 6 result. So stay tuned for this massive few months. We'll come back in the March month. I think there's plenty to look forward to in March, but you'll have to ask me for this result when I get to it. So fingers crossed. I want to win the cup or get to the final. Hopefully not too many more teams from the big leagues will take it seriously, but thank you very much for your time. This has been Owen H5, and I'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.